Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So I didn't think about the fact that when I dyed my hair green, I would be matching the background. So if you put a green screen on me, I would look bald. So I do apologize about that. It will be blue soon enough because it will fade pukey very shortly. Anyway, we are gonna do a project pan update. It's been about a month since our last one. Our project pan-ish, I don't know, what do we call it?
Yeah,
a half-assed project pan.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in seeing our progress and seeing what we're changing this month, then let's just get into it.
So I feel like this is definitely the
Switch month.
for me. Mainly because I will be rolling out my salt quad from this project, and we both talked about this because we love salt. That's why I have them in the project, is because it's like a product that I will gravitate towards naturally.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I've been through 3-4 different taupe tints before, so that's not new to me. So I have decided to stop panning my salt quad, and instead I'm going to roll in individual products. So for my blush, instead of rose, I'm going to be working on this Fenty Glow cream blush from the Fenty Glow set that came out a couple of years. So this is what it's looking like now. It already has like a pretty big pan in it, and this is like a very easy color for me to wear. I'm wearing it today, and I have no problem wearing it other days. So I don't foresee this taking me a super long time. It's really grimy looking. But I do think it will take me probably a few months to get through.
2 or 3 at least.
Yeah, but it is like, the pan has been expanding really easily. It's just, I know around the edges it's kind of thick. So once I get too far gone, I'll just have to repress it in the center and go from there. But we really want to like make a dent in our collection. That's why we've decided.
That's gonna be a good compact to keep for other blushes that we're panning that we need to put down.
Ooh, a nude sticks blush in here.
Yeah, like that would be a really good compact because it's a small size, you know.
Yeah.
So keep that. Well, Vic went in a very odd order, so I'm starting.
Sorry, I just was going for.
I'm starting with my primer, or no, maybe I should start with my eyeshadow because that's what we always start with. Thank you. So I am very sad but also somewhat excited to see my eyeshadow palettes go. So I have been using the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette as well as the Oden's Eye Scold palette. Now these two pair beautifully together. I did get almost, well, not almost, I have a really good dip in the orange here, but I did hit pan on Hope and Utopia, the middle shades, which I was pretty shocked by because it's a yellow and a pink. But the yellow is really pretty. And then the pink I used the other night for that watercolor stuff. And it worked really well. So this palette I'm really happy to see pretty like beat up and used because that makes me, you know, feel good about it. Yeah. Although I know that it would take forever for us to pan an eyeshadow palette because we've done it once before and it took forever. And we want to just use and love and declutter and depot.
I want to, yeah, get inspired, get refamiliar, definitely declutter, and like that kind of thing. Right now, as far as like face products, like, yeah, I want to use up the things that I'm not like 1000% a fan of, but I'm not necessarily in a rush to use up all of our eyeshadows. I just want to
love on them.
Love them.
I don't expect to finish eyeshadow palettes. It's not something I put on my expectations.
Yeah.
And then the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette. Funny enough, I've not pan on either of the gold shimmer shades in the corner. I did use them quite a bit at the end, but I was just using brushes and fat brushes at that, and nothing really came of it, so that's fine. And then I think my other new pan is the shade Crash, which is the taupey kind of, cats, brown in the middle. And then I have a really good dip in the Libra shade, the light purple. So I feel really happy with my progress on this palette. I'm really, really like beyond happy I put this in the project because I didn't expect that I would love this palette so much. I knew I loved the shade Nebula, and that's all I knew.
Yeah.
No, this is a wonderful palette and I've made a lot of progress and I'm very happy to have done that. Now, I decided I want to continue on with the theme of a small palette and a big palette because I find that way I can pair things together. I'm getting good use out of both of them, you know, that sort of thing. So for my large palette, I chose the Ace Beauté Flare palette. Now, I don't suspect that I will see any pans in this by the end of this. We'll find out. I plan on keeping it in for 2 months like I did the Huda palette, although I think Huda was closer to 3. But I plan on keeping this in for 2 months and 2 updates. But I don't know that I will have any pans, just because this is a very, very new palette to our collection and a very untouched palette in our collection.
We've used it a few times.
Yeah, but not much. So I really think this is gorgeous, so I'm really excited to have it to use these next couple of months. And then I'm also going to add in the Pat McGrath Celestial Divinity Luxe Quad and Interstellar Icon.
Interstellar Icon.
Got it. This one. This is the newer Pat McGrath quad that we have, and I've used it for sure. Not enough.
I haven't used it enough, but whenever I use it, I'm like, this might be my favorite Pat McGrath formula.
No, I love the shimmers in here. They're so textured.
They are not the special shades.
No.
They're not, but somehow
they're softer than her other standard shimmers.
They're more punchy than her metallics, less punchy than a celestial shade, but creamier and just better. They're so good. It's like a mix between her celestial shades and her standard metallics. Like, it's so good.
Yep. So I'm excited to see where we land on this one.
I might as well go into eyeshadow now too because I feel pressured. Well, I wasn't planning on rolling my Midnight Sun out this time, mainly because I didn't expect I would hit another pan, but here I am. I hit pan on that middle red shade here, and I'm pretty close to pan on this matte brown as well. But I have decided I'm going to roll this out. As much as I have just adored like every moment with this, I am ready to try working on something else and to see what comes of it. But it has been nice to like really see damage in a Pat McGrath palette. So later down the line, I might roll in another one. I almost did Divine Rose for this update, but I decided against it because I want to go outside the luxury realm just for the time. But I'm really happy with my progress on that. And then this is my custom, mainly Natasha Denona palette with the purple blue, whatever that one's called, and then the green brown? Yeah, green brown. And then I have a couple other shades. This one I didn't get as much use out of as I would have liked to this last month. I don't know why that is, probably because I was just like so head over heels with Pat McGrath that I decided against it. I did use it a few times. There's dips in shades, but nothing
that you did right away this month.
And that's showing me that if I used this probably 5 times this month, and that's showing me that I'm not needing to keep it in this project for any longer, at least not for now. I'm not going to take this apart though, because I really do like the setup of this. So I'm going to keep this together.
Do you want to put it up here and I can kind of play with it?
Yeah, we'll do that. So I am also rolling in 2 palettes. I was thinking I would just do one, but okay, you'll see why. First, I chose the Nabla Wild Berry Cutie palette. I've used this a few times before. I understand the formula and I like it. It's not my absolute favorite, but I like these colors a lot, and with my hair pink and purple right now, I think it's gonna work well, and I am gonna re-go over it with pink this next time, because that's gonna last a hot minute, because I really like this color. But I just want to get more familiar with this, and also like there's no point in having this if I'm not using it. And I've probably used this under 10 times since I bought it, which has been like a year probably, maybe even more. So that's telling me I need to use this. And I do like that it has like a really, really, really deep brown, because I love a good like powder liner moment. And then this shade, Incense, is like a half shimmer, half matte kind of thing. It's like the weirdest formula I've ever seen in my life. It swatches like a shimmer, but works sort of like a satin with like a little extra punch, but it's also more matte. It's like the strangest thing ever. I don't even know how to explain it. But that's like a good, like easy color for me, like to throw on the lid. But I did decide I want to get a little more familiar with the Rose Quartz from Huda Beauty, which is a newer one, and newer to our collection as well. And I do think that this will pair well with this because it has these pinks and then these warmer browns up here. But I also have the option to go cooler if I want to, because I love cool tones so much. I have been using this a lot recently. Not, I mean a lot, like a few times within the last like week or so, you know? But I do want to get more familiar with this formula as well. And I don't know if I'm going to hit pan on either of these, but I'm also going to go with the 2-month mark, or the 2 updates mark is how I want to, you know, proceed.
Okay, so last month I rolled in the Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. What? last month I rolled in the Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. Now, I shit you not, 2 days later, it was out. I shit you not. So this is empty, which is fun and exciting. So I kind of preemptively rolled in a couple of products. One of them I just must show you because I don't understand. This is the Becca like liquid shimmering skin perfector in Opal. And I picked it up one day and I was like, what's going on? It's completely broken. So I don't know what happened, but I was gonna roll this in for my glowy primer, but now it
seems that won't be happening.
It seems it will be going in the bin, but that's fine because I got it at TJ Maxx and it's about just over, maybe like halfway out. So I feel like that's really good progress on a product like this. So whatever, that's fine. So instead I will be rolling in the Oil Balance Booster Primer from Lemons. I think it's just the name Lemons. It says when life gives you lemons. They sent us their foundation and this primer a while back.
Like some t-shirts.
And some t-shirts. Yeah, it was cute. I love the t-shirts. Foundation's cute. This primer doesn't bother me, but it is a little bit more mattifying. So I figured I would get this out of the way while I'm working on a dewier foundation, because I think next foundation I work on is going to be matte. So I'm hoping to kind of use those up in conjunction. It's not matte by any means. It's just not glowy either. So
not quite, yeah.
It's just like a really weird watery primer. I don't even know how to explain it, but it doesn't really do that much or that little, so I have no major thoughts on it. But anyway, that's what I'm rolling in for my primer.
So I finished up my e.l.f. putty primer. It's over there. It's right there. Well, oh, you're right. I brought it over here anticipating that I would be lazy. So this is gone. So I did roll in this Starlit Glow Moisturizer. I did not do the courtesy of using a flashlight and seeing my progress on this. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Can I?
I think it's probably just about or over halfway.
Well, good thing I can't see anything.
Hold on.
Oh.
Damn, no, you really can't.
What did I say?
I just wanted to see if you could see it through the front because you didn't look.
Yes, I did.
That shit is completely... You can't see nothing.
I can't see anything. But this feels significantly more empty than it was.
I use it too.
I've been using it like... I don't use the, like... If I'm using like a lotion-y primer in a project pan, I'm over-applying that shit. I'm not really with this one because it has such a strong pink reflect to it that if I layer it up too much, my face looks like pink. And I don't really like that. But I do like it on its own, like a little bit. So it's probably about halfway gone, maybe even a little over. So I don't know that I'll go through this next month, but probably the month after that, I would imagine.
All right, so for my foundation, I have the Natasha Denona Face Glow Foundation in the shade 42. This is her original formula, so this is the last of its kind. Outside of any other makeup collector
gone, but
that's
never
onto
forgotten.
it. This should be gone within the next 4, max 6 uses. It is
it's really low.
It is almost gone. So I do not foresee that this will last me the entire next month. I think I will probably end up rolling something in midway through, but I will show you guys like what that looks like when I do that. I'm not going to do it quite yet just because honestly I've been so like, for the last while of my life, I've been like very on a self-tanner schedule, and within the last 6 months to a year, I've kind of fallen off of that schedule, and I've been like okay with being pale and okay with being tan and all that, and so I can't always use this. I'll use it as a bronzer normally if that happens, but regardless, I can't always use this or a lot of it, and so that can hinder my progress. So we'll see what happens there. And then my Elsie, the Complete Remedy Sleek Concealer in the shade medium. I don't think I've ever said the full name. Because every time I tag Elsie in a post, because I use their concealer.
Just say concealer.
What?
Do you just say concealer?
No, I always thought it was called Elsie the Minimalist Concealer. But that's their palette.
Oh, shit.
I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was called that too.
Yep, nope. It's the Sleek Concealer.
Whoops.
Anyway, I think maybe end of this month, maybe early next month. I don't think a flashlight will show me either, but I'll check.
No, it's black packaging.
Yeah, I don't foresee anything coming out here, but
Nar.
not even a scribble. So
Not an iota.
yeah, so I can't check how much I have in here, but it is getting a lot lower than it was. It feels like it's more air than it is product. So that makes me believe that it's almost gone. I've also been, like today I'm wearing it as a foundation because I'm not very tan. So I used a white mixer with this to make it lighter. And so I'm going through it a fair bit because I'm using it in other ways.
I did finish up my e.l.f. concealer pen. I think after our last update, the next day it ran out. After I was bitching about how this was like the never-ending concealer pen because I've been using it for a month. Or like 2.
Yeah.
So I finished this up, and I did decide I'm gonna finish up my Maybelline Age Rewind concealer. I think I was up to like, I should have marked it, but listen, this is a habit. No. Lay.
Y'all ever met a corgi? Augie, go.
Okay. I didn't mark it when I rolled it in, even though I rolled it in like not during the product. I roll things in like whenever I use something else up. So I had it was probably right under this like eraser thing right here, but it's almost gone now, and I don't foresee this taking too much longer to finish up. The thing about this is that it is such, like, this color is ever so slightly too deep for me, but it does work really well to neutralize darkness, which is awesome. I love this concealer, let me start by saying, and I can use like the smallest bit of this. This might be, every time I use this, I'm like, this might be the best concealer I've ever tried. Every time I use it. So, I don't know. This might just be like the staple of my life, but I am going to try and finish it up, unfortunately.
Okay, I too am rolling out my Salt Quad. Just for the same reason Vic said, this is all we use. This is all we will ever use. Well, that's a lie, but like,
Mainly.
genuinely, on my life, when I say I don't use anything other than Salt in New York for blush, I mean like 98 out of 100 times I will be using Salt New York. Like, I quite literally, like, it's like pulling teeth to get me to use anything else. I just am so comfortable with the formula, so whatever. So for that reason, it needs to be out of sight so we can work on other things before they just die and expire. Shit, I did not roll in a bronzer. Maybe I should have. For my bronzer, I will be rolling in the Huda Beauty Tan Tour in the shade Fair. Now, I've unofficially went through panning this a few times, and I did hit pan on it. I'm pretty sure that was me anyway.
Yeah.
Regardless, there's a pan in it. This is a very, very full coverage kind of bronzer. However, it's really, really good for underpainting, and I love a good underpaint. Whew. So, I'm gonna roll this in. The biggest flaw is the freaking packaging. Opening and shutting it is just no easy task some days, but I like the color, I like the formula. Only thing to note is if you are fair, this is not fair. This is a good solid medium.
Yeah, definitely medium.
And
Sorry, I just wanted to.
good. And for blush, I'm rolling in 2 cream blushes just because I would like to more than anything, because I know that, like, okay, I'll have my panning blush, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, I can reach into every other blush instead if I don't want to use that. And so I need like another option that I'm panning to like keep me on track. What?
You're literally in here.
Come here!
You stupid kid.
You know where I live! He does this to me. He did this to me earlier. He does this to me anytime I'm not on my work desk. He can't fucking find me.
Use your eyes, Raisin.
Come here, baby. I know I was just talking shit, but I love you. Oh, he's always with me. Leo's kind of antisocial, even though he's like the crazier cat, which is weird. Anyway, there he goes. for my blushes, I'm gonna roll in the Nude Sticks Nudies Bloom blush in the shade Crimson Lover. Now, I needed something that was going to be either more brown or more purple because I don't go for a peachy pink blush very often right now. I go for mostly purple, see Salt New York Spice.
Yeah.
And so this is it's a little finicky. I have to use it with a sponge.
It's way too dark for our skin
way
tone.
too dark for our skin tone. This is a very deep, like shimmery brick. Brown
Purple
brick.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a really,
But
really
it's
unique color.
it looks like, I think I compared this to when I first bought it and put it in a haul. It looks like a Mary Kay lipstick that my mom used to wear all the time.
Yes.
This dark red brown shimmery purpley moment.
It's quite literally got like a brown base to it.
Yeah.
Like it really is too deep, but I couldn't help myself. It was so pretty. And I really, really do like it if I wear it right. So I wanted to roll that in, and then I'm also going to try and, you know, get some use up the Kaja cheeky stamp in 06 Flirty. It's a nice sheer light pink color, but it is I would say it leans a little bit cooler in tone of pink, a little bit
stunning.
A little bit more like a sheer pink lip gloss, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like that kind of idea, but it is really, really gorgeous, especially you know, just like real quick.
But it's just got this clunky ass packaging, you know. And the heart stamp, like, it works, but like
I use a brush.
yeah.
So I'm gonna try and use this.
I forgot to mention the other two things for my salt quad that I'd be rolling in. So
Before I start with eyeshadow.
oh, shut up. So I am gonna roll in my Hollywood Flawless filter from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm like pretty low here. I'm probably down here, it looks like. I'm waiting for it to settle all the way, but I'm like pretty low. I do use this still as like a almost primer product, but with my other glowy thing, I can use this just on the high points of my face, and it like has enough fluidity to it to where it like ends up being a primer type substance. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that. This is in shade 1. Yeah. And then I have this Makeup by Mario contour stick in light. This is not a contour stick, this is a bronzer. And what, suddenly it doesn't work?
Oh, I go through this every time I use it. I always think it's broken.
Oh, okay. This is how much there is of this. And while I like this, the formula is really nice. This is like my least favorite color of our bronzers.
It's kind of like a peachy orange.
Oh.
Raisin Marie, I'm still where you left me last.
Yeah, but I do want to finish this up because it's just, like, this is more like a full glam type bronzer for me, and I've decided recently that I like spending time on my makeup in the mornings, but I dedicate most of that.
Dumbass.
I thought it was down.
Well, when you have to push it that hard, you know it's not down.
Well, I thought it was at a weird angle. Well, we'll see what happens with that because I just
smushed it in there. We will retrieve and get back to you, update you when we get it out. Okay, lastly I have lips, and then I'm gonna get into a couple of things I'm rolling out and also another replacement. So I am, what else do I have in here? Oh, the Kaleidos Lip Play in Dune. You're not gonna be able to see any visible progress. I'm rolling that out. I do quite like it. It's very pretty. I think I'll like it more when I have blue hair rather than green hair. But it's a really nice kind of like reddy toned brownie nude. It's real cute. It's kind of bricky. But I'm rolling that out, and I'm gonna keep in my Charlotte Tilbury Nude Kate lipstick because for whatever reason I'm suddenly like back into it heavy. It looks way cute on the lips. And then I'm rolling in a gloss. This is the Tower 28 gloss in Oat. This is the best gloss of all time. But I saw people online, they're like, sniff that Tower 28 gloss, you're gonna pass out. You're gonna pass out, they expire in like 3 days. I'm like, it'll be fine. I was like,
it smells like crap.
No longer vanilla, I'll tell you that. So I'm gonna roll this in and finish it up because I like the formula so much, I'm not getting rid of it.
I had that dry ass eyeliner. I can't finish it. It's physically, like, actually impossible to get any color on my eyeballs with this. So instead, I'm not doing an eyeliner, but I am going to try to use up this brow pencil from Dollface. This is in the shade Taupe. I'm not going to roll this all the way up based on the issue that just happened with my Mario stick. But there's quite a bit of this left, and I already know that this brow formula takes like a while to get through. I really like this too. Like, let me be, when I run out of this and finish up some other brow products, this will probably be the pencil I buy because I love this color and I love this formula. It reminds me of that, like, you know, that like $2 e.l.f. brow pencil or $3 e.l.f. brow pencil with like the fat tip. It has like that formula, slightly stiffer and a little better of a tip to it, even though I did like that e.l.f. one, so maybe I'll try that next again. I don't know, but whatever. I'm gonna try and use this up.
I'm gonna mention my Dior contour kit because I was just complaining, but the shade Contour. Okay. Yes, the shade Contour. This one here. This one now has a pan in it. So this is unofficial project pan. I use this for my faux freckles, so I'm gonna keep using it. But I was real hyped about that. While I'm here, I am rolling out my Danessa Myricks and my Nude sticks. So this is the Danessa Myricks Color Fix in Exposed. I actually used it on the lips a few times this month, and it was really, really pretty with this Nude Sticks Hot Stone eye color on the lips as a lip liner. It was real cute. It was a really like grungy, cool tone brown.
What is your problem, Raisin?
Is it catnip?
He's like ready to go.
No, dude, he's on one right now.
What are you playing with? What did you just eat?
Probably a nail tip. We'll just do her nails. Raisin! Anyway, yes, I'm rolling these two out because I would rather work on my lip liners rather than this eye pencil, even though I really, really like it. And we'll see if I just keep gravitating towards it anyway. And then, lastly, Jesus Christ, I am now going to declutter my Pat McGrath highlighting stick. The balm is quite literally every time I apply it, it's scraping my skin from the plastic. So the balm is pretty much gone. I could scrape it out, but it's a Vaseline with a vanilla scent. So
not necessary.
I'm not going to be doing that, nor would I in general. And then I did make a lot of progress on this gold side, but I just really don't like it, especially over foundation. I like it well enough under foundation, but only because it gets covered up. So I'm just gonna be done with this because I feel that I used plenty of product and I was familiar enough with the formula. Now, rolling in. So I wanted to do a cream highlight, but I also wanted to do a powder highlight. Now, did I? Did I?
We'll find out.
No, I did not want to do this, but I used it under or on top of my foundation, but under my cream blush today. So it didn't look too bad, but we'll kind of see how it goes. I decided to put in the Kaleidos Ray Rider highlight because it's really, really pretty, like goldy, bright.
It's my perfect highlight
kind of highlighter. It's a little icy for me when I'm tan, but I'm kind of wanting to see, would you like to come up again? Where this goes. So I'm going to be using this. And then I'm also rolling in the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Glow Stick because although this has a pink shift to it, this is the glossiest fucking highlighter I've ever.
It's so pretty.
e.l.f. knows how to do a cream highlight. This is, Jesus, that's gonna take me forever. e.l.f. knows how to do a cream highlight. I will tell you that. Their liquid highlight is phenomenal too. So,
ooh, yeah. Yeah. Throwback.
we used definitely two.
Yeah. So I have a few, I think I just have 3 things left. Okay, so this is my Essence Pure Nude highlighter. I'm still using this as a bronzer because this does not work as a highlighter on me. Although I have been taking a break from it the last few days because now that I don't have to wear a mask at work, I'm not setting my face. We'll see if that continues or I'm gonna try and use it. I just honestly, I've been in play mode now that I have the creative freedom to do so in the mornings. So we'll see. I am gonna try and use this to set my bronzer. And then I have my Becca Under Eye Corrector. Some pretty decent progress in this. I know that this is going to take me a while to finish up because I use so little of it, but I do use it literally every day. So it's like, whatever. And I have like a dupe product for it. So I'm like, let me get through this. I don't need that many color correctors in my life. And then lastly, I have my Super Shock Shadow and Frog. I don't know that this is gonna look much different than the last time I put it in.
I feel like you made a lot of progress.
But I have made a lot of progress. Like I've been using this a lot.
You've taken off a lot of the surface.
Yeah, it's definitely getting thin in the middle. Like I think I'll be able to get that middle portion used up later this month, I hope, if I use it enough. And then I'll probably have to repress it at that point. I generally will use this on my inner corner like almost every day just to like add a little extra spice, because this is a pink, but it's not like pink. So I have the freedom to use, like I have it on today as well. Like I just have the freedom to use it the way that I want to, which I love about it. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Fairly certain that is it as well.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
We have a habit of losing Project Pan items, so if it's not, I'm sorry.
Yes, we do. But yes, we're just gonna keep trucking along on this. I will say though that this year's Project Pan style has to be my favorite so far.
It's been a lot of fun.
Because I haven't gotten burnt out on anything, because I'm allowing myself the freedom to put it away when I don't want to use it anymore.
Well, and I feel like because we're not buying anything, I don't want to get up. I'm like lazy and I don't want to get up and search for things. And when we buy new things, we like put it out so that we can use it. And so I'm always gravitating towards like the new thing that I want to do, you know, that thing.
Mm-hmm.
But when I have the products that I wouldn't necessarily be using out right in front of me, I'm like, all right, let's go for it. Let's see what comes of this. That's what I've been doing. I haven't been forcing myself. I've been encouraging myself to like take a step out, you know.
It's kind of like
my Auric.
Oh.
Well, I also have my Auric cream shadow and temper, and I'm not going to roll that out yet. I think I'm going to wait till I hit pan on the topper shade. That's what I've decided. I'm not ready to let it go, because on days where I'm like not wanting to get ready, that's like the perfect one and done for me.
Did you bring it upstairs?
Nar.
Okay, go on.
So I don't know. I'm gonna like toss it somewhere. I don't know where everything's going. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna keep using that. I'm still loving it, so.
Wonderful. We made it through. Let us know if you like this style of Project Pan. If you do like this style, I would highly suggest you do it yourself. You don't need to choose as many products as we do. We bite off a lot, but we also use a lot. And so it works for us, but do what works for you. This is a really, really great way to reel in your collection when you have so much. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope to see you in the next one. Bye.